Hi guys, welcome to Life of Try. On the channel, we try and give you information regarding triathlon, whether you're a beginner, whether you're intermediate, or whether you're maybe been in the sport for a little while and you're just looking for some more information or a different aspect or a different outlook on it. Anyway, in the next series of videos I'm going to do, they're going to be short, sharp videos, which we're going to try and post every day, but specifically look at coming into triathlon for the first time. This video is going to look at specifically why you should take up triathlon or asking the question, should I try triathlon? Um, I'm a little bit biased and I think the answer should be yes. However, there's a couple of caveats in that as well. I will say no, triathlon is not for everyone. However, unless you try it, how do you really know? Um, we often get asked on the channel, do I have to do this discipline? Do I have to do that? My swimming isn't very good. I'm not a very confident cyclist. You know, everyone's got their weaknesses, everyone's got their strong points. What's important to note is, yes, there is triathlon, but if there is a specific discipline that you're really nervous about, well, you don't necessarily have to do it. There is we're in this world of multi-sport. So that's when a number of sports are put together for one particular event. Um, Triathlon is swim, bike, run. But you could, in theory, do a duathlon, which is a run, bike, run. You could do an aquathon or a swimathon or something like that it's called. But basically, it's a run, swim or a swim, run. Sorry, in that order. There are some swim bikes out there as well. They're a little bit less common, but again, it depends on sort of what your background is and what you want to try and achieve or what you're comfortable doing as well. The important thing to note is if you're coming into triathlon, chances are you're trying to push yourself or challenge yourself to do something a little bit different. And there are a number of people out there that will help you strengthen your weakest discipline. Like I said, it's not for everyone, but unless you try, how do you know? And if you try the sport and you come away from it and you think, actually, I didn't really enjoy that, or I've done what I needed to do in it, that's me done. That's fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. All I would say is give triathlon a try. It's a great sport to be in. It's a great community to be in. But it's something I think you at least need to sort of dip your toe in to see where you are. The next point I think is important to understand what your reasons are for doing triathlon. So um, I think people come into the sport for a number of different reasons, or three different reasons. The first one is general fitness. Some people or a lot of people out there would have done sport throughout their life, or they've done some sort of activity, whether that be running, whether that be a team sport, whether that just be generally going to the gym, or maybe just keeping fit by doing things like walking, hiking, so on. So that could be one of your reasons for coming into sport. So you just want to generally keep active. And ultimately, you've got three disciplines, and that's without the strength and conditioning, and that's without the sort of flexibility element of it. So you've got a lot to sort of keep you busy. Sometimes it does keep you too busy, but it's a lot to choose from, is what I'm saying. And ultimately, you don't need to do the events. You could just do the training in order to keep fit and healthy. The next reason people come into the sport is to be challenged. And some people will want to achieve a distance in an actual event, whether that be a sprint for maybe your first triathlon, all the way up to Ironman and beyond. Again, it all depends on you. And you don't have to go in at the very top and try and achieve an Ironman. You know, for some people, coming in and doing a sprint triathlon is what they want to achieve, and there's nothing wrong with that. So bear that in mind. The third element I think that people come into sport for is the lifestyle or the social aspect. With triathlon, there is a community, whether you're part of a club or whether you're part of an online social media community. There are people you can always talk to. There are people you can share your experiences with. There are people who will help you sort of better yourself. So, you know, that's important to understand. So the second point, like I said, is trying to understand why you're in the sport or why you're going to take it up. The next point is around your goals. So you've said why you want to do the sport, but what you want to achieve from it as well. So it's good to just understand what that is. And if the achievement is keeping healthy, brilliant. But if the achievement is to do a specific event, that's okay as well. All I would say is with your goals, they are slightly different to your reasons. Your reasons are there of why you want to do it. The goals are what you are going to achieve in order to understand the reasons as well. So they come hand in hand, and it's important to understand that. The final point I'm going to say now is around your starting point, and this is important. So if you're coming into the sport for the first time, depending on what you've done previously, you need to know where your baseline is. And that's not necessarily just baseline fitness, although that is important. You need to understand how fit you are to then try and work out how long it's going to take you to achieve what you want to achieve. But you're going to come into the sport with possibly limited or no knowledge with regards to the three disciplines and the overall sport. You may come from a swim, bike, or run background, but that doesn't mean that you understand it within the triathlon setting. So you're going to need to try and gather that information. Channels like Life of Tri will help that, but also like I said, the teams or the clubs that are out there will help you, and just the online community will help you as well. The equipment is one element that you'll need to understand as well. You need to get your head around what equipment you need. We've done videos on that as well, and there's plenty of other YouTubers and people on social media that have done videos on it. So just try and take on board what they're trying to say. My only piece of advice to all of you on that is you don't need to buy brand new, and you don't need to buy top of the range. You can buy second hand, you can borrow off friends, and you can use maybe what you've already got. So just bear that in mind. And then the final point for me is around your fitness. So I'm talking about your fitness, your current health, and do you have any injuries or niggles? All of that is important. If you have any concerns around them, seek out medical advice. Go and speak to a physician. Go and speak to maybe a physiotherapist if there's any sort of physical injuries there as well, just to understand what your starting point is, how you build up and get into the sport. Anyway, guys, just like I said, very quick video. I'm going to try and post daily videos as regards to some of these tips. Those are the things you need to know when coming into the sport for the first time. Just take 5 minutes, take stock of where you are, what you want to achieve, and maybe how you need to get there as well. So don't forget to check us out on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It'd be great if you could like this video. It'd be great if you could subscribe to the channel. It all helps us grow. Okay, thanks all.